14 years ago when I came to San Francisco to lead Condit and Stewart Hall, there were a few charges and some wonderful opportunities. And those, though, really circled around delivering on the promise of a Sacred Heart education to our students, which is to educate in mind, in body, and in spirit. We've been able to enhance many of our major gathering spaces, as you may have experienced, from the Pine Octavia campus and the new Columbus Room, to the new Science Lab, to the new Performing Arts Studio, the Merlone Little Theater. As I said, we've been working on the development of the properties we inhabit here, renovating all of those different learning experiences, while we were looking for that ideal property that might add to the programming we can deliver athletically. So 2 years ago, an architect that we'd been working with and a parent, Jennifer Tully, became aware of a property on Geary Avenue. After the owner saw a little softening in the real estate market, we were able to strike a deal for purchase. And we were really excited because first looking for something that could hold a competitive indoor pool space led into something much grander, something that has limitless possibilities.
This facility is going to impact the entire community, whether it's kindergarten, PE classes, having swim lessons in the pool, or your 12th grade basketball team having practice in the gym, or our 6th grade baseball team having some type of field workout on the roof. We could look into nutrition classes or having yoga studios, having a dance studio. I mean, there are so many options that we could look at. I'd love to be able to put in a golf simulator into a room so that way our golf team can utilize that space even if they're not at a driving range. The spaces hopefully are going to be interchangeable, so the goal would be that you don't have to just use it for a dance room. It could be used as a golf room, or it could be used as a dance studio, it could be used as a batting cage, or a place where pitchers could throw.
Looking at those renderings, a new gym, an aquatic center, this would just be a beautiful meeting place for our school.
The new facility looks amazing. I've managed to see the architectural plans. I think having 2 new full-size basketball courts will really have a huge impact on our middle school basketball programs. It's probably our most popular sport, and right now we do rent outside facilities for practices.
Right now, we find ourselves for athletic practices, of course, centered in the 2 gymnasiums that we have, but we also find ourselves a bit of vagabonds throughout the city, throughout the county, taking fields here for a day or two, grabbing whatever recreation facilities might be available. But it's really hard to find a home.
Like I said, our sports programs have grown so much. In our middle school, we really want to encourage athletic participation so we don't cut at that level. So we'll just create teams depending on how many students want to come out for it. And a lot of our students come out for sports. So our gym usage becomes a little bit of a Tetris model when it comes to having to plug in teams for Pine Octavia, for Broadway.
Certainly the facilities we have right now at school are wonderful facilities, but often we have teams that have to share spaces or have slightly limited practice times to accommodate the lack of facilities. Having a new facility would certainly give us an opportunity to have longer practice sessions with more skill development.
There is just, from a real practical standpoint, we are, with the growth of the school and the abundance of teams, we have a number of kids that are practicing oftentimes into the 8, 9 o'clock hours. So just having this gym is going to potentially help that issue and get kids home earlier.
So it's a building that enhances one of the most important things I hear in every survey that our families value and we do well, and that's deliver community. And we do that, like I said, really well on the properties on Broadway and on Pine. But athletics is such an incredible way to bring people together, to bring a unified spirit of the school together. And we don't have that.
If the younger kids can't see what the older kids are doing, there's a little bit of a disconnect there, So I'm always surprised when we get everybody in here together and everybody's working together. The older kids are inspiring the younger kids. you know, if the younger kids have questions, they can communicate with the older kids. So it's a wonderful thing to get the entire community together through health. And this new facility is going to be a big part of encouraging everybody to do that together.
It kind of gives a very like tight-knit feeling, you know, to be able to do like, I only know 2 kids that go to the school right now that have ever played water polo, which in some ways isolates me sports-wise from kids that play more common sports. You know, so it'd be really nice to be able to play my sport, hop out of the pool and see one of my friends that plays basketball or soccer right there, you know.
I'm working on how we might have this be a place that our alumni come back to. You know, so maybe it's the alumni club, or maybe this is the university club of the Sacred Heart graduates, whatever we call it. But the generational use of this, whether you're a current student or an alum coming back, I think provides that place of membership and continues that lifelong learning experience we promise as a Sacred Heart educator. What do they say? Once a child of the Sacred Heart, always a child of the Sacred Heart.
I think it's super exciting. You know, anytime you're thinking about a new gym and something new, and I do think it's important because there is that need, right? There really is that need for it right now. Feels like we're kind of overflowing. So that kind of feeling like the water, so we're overflowing. And I think it's certainly going to help. And it's probably going to help in ways that we don't even know about right now.
I can imagine the start of this building, and it's not far off. We hope to be able to have our permits in hand within a year and a half or 2. And as soon as we have those permits in hand and the city process is complete, we're ready. And if we can raise those funds and get started, this building will begin in 2 years. And that's almost unimaginable. Maybe that seems like a long time to some of you, but it doesn't to me. And then once that first shovel is in the ground, it's about an 18-month construction process. I mean, it's right in our sights. It is just so exciting. No longer is it something I have to imagine. No longer is it something when I walk down the street and I look at an empty lot and I'm like, gee, could a pool fit in there? No, we have a space. No longer is it a dream. It's a reality. Let's make it happen, and let's start now.